It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, February the 27th, 2020. Brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Memorial service for Pedro Pacheco Sr., 83 of Muleshoe, is set for 11 o'clock Friday morning, February 28th, at the Templo El Bien Pastor at 1631 West Avenue D here in Muleshoe, with Ruben Acevedo officiating. Pedro died on Sunday, February the 16th in Muleshoe. He was born November the 26th, 1936 in Mexico to Jose Guadalupe and Tomasa Ramirez Torres Pacheco. He married Benina Ramirez in Mexico on January the 8th, 1958. Pedro loved to help people. He also loved his animals. Pedro enjoyed going to the Senior Citizen Center here in Muleshoe and treasured his friends. He also enjoyed working with his backhoe. He is preceded in death by his parents and one son, Juan Ramon Pacheco. He is survived by his wife, Benina, three sons, Pedro Pacheco Jr. and his wife, Hilda of Sudan, Juan Pacheco and his wife, Dinah of Muleshoe, Martin Pacheco and his wife, Diana of Muleshoe, and three daughters, Maria Richards and her husband, Michael of Sudan, Lupe Pacheco and her husband, Armando Herrera of Muleshoe, and Carolina Reyna and her husband, George of Edinburgh, Texas. His three sisters survive him, Paula Pacheco, Maria Guerrero, and Juana Guerrero, all of Mexico. Five brothers, Elpidio Pacheco of Muleshoe, Domingo Pacheco, Jesus, and Bernardo Pacheco, along with Lorenzo Pacheco, all of Mexico. 21 grandchildren survive Pedro, along with 46 great-grandchildren and one great-great-grandchild. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, memorial service for Pedro Pacheco Sr., 83 of Muleshoe, is set for 11 o'clock Friday morning, February the 28th, at the Templo El Bien Pastor here in Muleshoe, with Ruben Acevedo officiating. Please keep the Pedro Pacheco Sr. family on your prayer list today. Well, the Board of Directors of the Muleshoe Area Hospital District will meet on this evening, Thursday, February 27th at 6 p.m. at the dining room of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street. Among items on the agenda this evening will be a call to order, an open forum, approved minutes of previous meetings, cancel election. They will have an audit presentation, information and action item, financial and statistical reports, hospital insurance renewal information. They will have a discussion of the debt service account, discuss approved Parkview Nursing Care Center computer upgrade, have administrative reports, executive session, followed by an action regarding the executive session, and then they will adjourn. That's all going on this evening at 6 p.m., regular meeting of the Board of Directors of the Muleshoe Area Hospital District. Today, on Thursday at 6 at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street. Make sure to watch our Meet Your Neighbor program, brought to you by United Supermarkets. We released our February program Wednesday around noon, featuring Ben Masters, who's a well-known documentary filmmaker. He was here in the Muleshoe area filming Sandhill Cranes earlier in the month of February, along with fellow filmmaker and cameraman Sam Klatt. The Bailey County content will be a part of a much larger documentary scheduled to be released in 2022 called Deep in the Heart, A Texas Wildlife Story. And you can find the link to that movie's website and the promo trailer on YouTube, now on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, along with our Meet Your Neighbor program. Some behind-the-scenes video of this documentary being made here in the Muleshoe area. You can find two of Ben Masters' previous documentaries, Unbranded and The River and the Wall, available to stream online through Amazon Prime. But our Meet Your Neighbor video featuring Ben is available now. MuleshoeTV.com, also our Facebook, Twitter feed, and our YouTube channel, as well as our three Channel 6 TVs at the Senior Center, Harmon Elliott, and Parkview. Thanks to Victor and Debbie Leal for hooking me up with Ben. He is out of Austin with his company, Fin and Fur Films. Meet Your Neighbor for February, featuring documentary filmmaker Ben Masters. Another great program coming up next week that you'll want to hear is The Sounds of Texas at the end of our Muletrain News. Next week, we'll feature Muleshoe's own Mac McLeod. He's talking about his days with Tumbleweed Smith in Alaska, racing dog sled teams in the Iditarod and Yukon Gold races, among other things. So look for that next week, brought to you by Bailey County Electric, the sound of Texas, at the end of each one of our Muletrain News programs. Thanks to Annette Orozco. She informed us that the Fine Arts Night to Shine has now been scheduled for April the 2nd, so mark that on your calendars. It will be up at the Muleshoe High School from 6 until 8 p.m. that evening on April the 2nd, featuring band, choir, the art programs, and the theater and speech and one-act play. Fine Arts Night to Shine scheduled for April the 2nd at Muleshoe High School from 6 until 8 p.m. Thanks to Annette Orozco for giving us that date and time. The new Bailey County Extension agent has been hired. He will begin work next month on March the 2nd. That's next Monday. His name is John Villalba, and he will be in the Bailey County Extension agent's office there on C Street, right north of the Bailey County Courthouse. And they will have a welcoming meeting where you can meet and mingle with John on at the Bailey County Coliseum meeting room from 5 until 7 p.m. on Monday, March the 9th. That's 5 until 7. Come and meet John Villalba, the new Bailey County Extension agent, at the Bailey County meeting room from 5 until 7, Monday, March the 9th. We will be taking a picture Friday morning at the Muleshoe ISD boardroom as United Supermarkets has graciously donated 2 new scoreboards for the softball and baseball fields, and Eric Stein, the manager of the Muleshoe United, will be there to present a check to Coach Jason Richards, the new athletic director, Coach Hurst, Villanueva, and the maintenance departments and school board members, along with R.L. Richards, the superintendent. So look for that picture coming up on Friday, and thanks to United Supermarkets for donating money for a new softball and baseball scoreboards. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Take control of your First Bank of Muleshoe debit card right from your smartphone with the My Mobile Money app. It's customizable card monitoring and controls that help you manage your accounts. With My Mobile Money app, you can set interactive controls to help monitor activity and prevent unauthorized use. You can turn your card on or off, set alerts, and deny transactions based on merchant or transaction type and location, monitor and control dependent cardholder usage, receive notifications of possible fraudulent transactions, and take action. Deposit checks through your phone. Download the My Mobile Money app now at the App Store or Google Play. For more information, you can also call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South First Street. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, offering the My Mobile Money app. Available at the App Store or Google Play. Call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South First Street. The First Bank, member FDIC.
Leal's is the best Mexican food I've ever eaten in my life, and I've been alive for 10 years now. Hi, I'm Isla Reynolds, and I enjoy the phenomenal bean burritos, rice and beans and chips, and seasoning salt. I've been around and eaten lots of Mexican food in 10 years, and Leal's is the best, for sure, with the original being located at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas since 1957.
It is time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. First, a message from our sponsors. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard, where Christine K. or any of their helpful employees want to help you get rid of your weekly pill box. Find out how K&K Pharmacy can simplify your meds with the K-Pack Custom Medication Packaging Program, available now at 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them 806-272-7511. K-Pack custom medication packaging available now at K&K Pharmacy, where they can simplify your meds and get rid of your weekly pill box. Well, we've really been on a weather roller coaster recently. Some really nice days, some really windy days, and then some really cold days. But, of course, Tuesday into Wednesday, it turned really cold here in the Muleshoe area, but slowly we will dig out of that into a really nice weekend, hopefully. Today on Thursday for the Muleshoe area, calling for a sunny day, high all the way up to 60 degrees, west-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon. Clear Thursday night, low around 24, north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming east-southeast after midnight. Friday, sunny, high near 63 degrees, so even warmer. North-northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Mostly clear Friday night, low around 31. South winds around 5 miles per hour, then mostly sunny on Saturday. High near 71 degrees, so all the way into the 70s for the weekend. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon, so breezy conditions on Saturday, but much warmer. Again, high around 71. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 37. West-southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny, high near 74 degrees. Breezy conditions again, with the west wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, increasing to 20 to 25 miles per hour Sunday afternoon. Partly cloudy Sunday night, low around 41. Monday, partly sunny, high near 66 degrees. Monday night, a slight chance of showers. Mostly cloudy, low around 35. Then Tuesday, a slight chance of showers again, partly sunny, high near 60. And repeating our forecast for today on Thursday, sunny, high near 60 degrees. West-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday night, clear, low around 24. Sunny on Friday, high near 63. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 31. Then breezy conditions over the weekend on Saturday, high near 71. Saturday night, low around 37. And then Sunday, high at 74, breezy conditions. Then partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 41. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Re-elect Richard Wills, the Bailey County Sheriff, on the Republican primary election that's going on now. Early voting through Friday, February 28th at the Bailey County Courthouse. The primary election date is Tuesday, March 3rd at the Bailey County Coliseum. Vote in the Republican primary for Richard Wills for Bailey County Sheriff. He has 25 years law enforcement experience, a degree in law enforcement technology from South Plains College, and a master peace officer license, along with a law enforcement instructor's license, both from the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement. Richard says, "I've worked hard to develop a great relationship with the U.S. Marshal Service to keep our Bailey County Jail occupied. Your vote in support is appreciated. Vote for Richard Wills for Bailey County Sheriff, subject to the Republican primary. Early voting now through Friday, February 28th at the Bailey County Courthouse, and the primary election date is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum." Political ad paid for by Richard Wills. The second grade will hold their PE program that is put on by the Dillman second graders, along with their teacher, PE instructor, Mrs. Skipworth, on Thursday, March the 5th at 6 p.m. at the Watson Junior High Gymnasium, and we'll be there to film that second grade PE program. Well, early voting is continuing on here in Bailey County in the Texas primary elections, and both the Republican and the Democratic primary elections are available to vote now in early voting through February 28th. That's Friday, so vote today on Thursday or tomorrow on Friday as early voting ends. Then you go to the Bailey County Courthouse, go to the second floor, but if you don't feel like walking up the stairs, you can ask them to call up, and Deborah Noble, the judge, will graciously come down and bring you a ballot down to the ground floor of the courthouse. And Mom did that yesterday, on Tuesday, and Deborah was very kind and brought down the ballot for Mom to fill out on the ground floor of the courthouse. Then if you don't vote in the early voting period by tomorrow on Friday, February 28th, Election Day is next week, Tuesday, March the 3rd. Now, the election day location is at the Bailey County Coliseum for both the Republican and Democrat Texas primaries. Vote from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. there at the Bailey County Courthouse. And this is for everything from president down to the sheriff election, which is on the Republican ballot, and then everything in between. County commissioners, 2 of those are on the ballot this time on the Republican primary, both unopposed, and they are for District Precinct 3, Cody Black, and Precinct 1, Gary Don Garten, both unopposed. But again, Election Day is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. We have coming up in May a general election, and your last day to register to vote for this general election is Thursday, April the 2nd, and the election day is again in May, on May the 2nd. Early voting for all these elections will be held at City Hall, 215 South 1st Street from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., beginning April the 20th through April the 28th, and also the general election day will be there at City Hall as well. 10 candidates have signed up for places on the ballot for that May 2nd election. They are in the city general election. Earl Barron's the incumbent. He is signed up to run again for District 3. Gary Parker, the incumbent, signed up for District 4, so the city will be canceling their general election as neither of those seats will be opposed. The city will have a special election for the reauthorization of a local sales and use tax in the city of Muleshoe at the rate of 1.25% to continue providing revenue for maintenance and repair of municipal streets. The tax expires on the 4th anniversary of the date of this election unless the imposition of the tax is reauthorized. Then the Muleshoe Area Hospital District elections. Gail Richardson, the incumbent, signed up for District 1. Landon Nichols, incumbent, signed up for District 3. And Zona Gatewood, the incumbent, signed up for District 5. So the hospital will cancel their general election as all 3 of those seats are unopposed. The hospital will have a special election with 2 propositions: the levy of annual taxes by the Board of Directors of the Muleshoe Area Hospital District for hospital purposes at a rate not to exceed 60 cents on each $100 valuation of all taxable property in the district subject to hospital district taxation, along with the issuance of $9 million of bonds by the Muleshoe Area Hospital District for hospital facilities and the levying of a tax in payment thereof. And that will be on the May 2nd ballot. In the Muleshoe Independent School District election, Corey Contreras and Curtis Preston, who is the incumbent, both signed up to run for District 2 MISD Board of Directors. Jeff King, the incumbent, signed up for District 3. Jesus Tovar, the incumbent, signed up for District 5. And Kevin Morris, the incumbent, signed up for the at-large position. So the school will cancel their general election for District 3 and 5 and their special election, and they will be holding on the ballot the race for District 2 between Corey Contreras and Curtis Preston. And again, the last day to register to vote is April the 2nd for this May 2nd election. Early voting will be from April the 20th to April the 28th. And again, the general election date will be May the 2nd, all at City Hall, 215 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Help us welcome to Muleshoe Dr. Kenneth Burke. Kenneth Burke, DO, is now practicing full-time in the medical clinic of Muleshoe and is ready to see patients. For an appointment, call today, 806-272-7544. Dr. Burke was born in De Leon, Texas, and went through Corpus Christi and Lubbock on his path to Muleshoe for his undergraduate training. And then in the U.S. Navy, he was responsible for mobilization and security of the medical and chaplain team. Shawnee, Georgia for medical school, and then Jersey City, New Jersey for his medical internship and family practice residency. Welcome to Muleshoe, Dr. Burke. He's purchased a home here and ready to make Muleshoe home again. For an appointment, call the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 806-272-7544. Help us welcome Kenneth Burke, DO, to Muleshoe. Well, applications are being accepted now for the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association scholarship. You can get your application online at bcecoop.com. Click on the community tab and you can print out a scholarship application packet. Also, all area high school counselors have the packets available in their office. And make sure to turn in your scholarship for your student's application by Friday, April the 3rd at 5 p.m. at the Bailey County Electric Muleshoe office, 610 East American Boulevard, or also in the Morton office at 1744 State Highway 114. And of course, Susie Brown there at Bailey County Electric. If you have any information, any questions, or need more information, you can contact her here in Muleshoe at 272-4504. That's Susie Brown. But go on their website, bcecoop.com, click on the community tab, and there you'll find the packet available to print out for the Bailey County Electric application. It's available to all Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association members' students. Well, the Bailey County Senior Center are still taking items for their garage sale. They kicked it off this past Saturday, and it was a tremendous success, according to Carolyn Johnson, the director there at the Senior Center. They will continue the garage sale beginning Friday, February 28th at 2 in the afternoon, then again Saturday, February 29th at 7 a.m. All items on those 2 days will be sold at half price there at the Bailey County Senior Center, Main and Avenue D here in Muleshoe. They're having bingo there at the Senior Center beginning at 1 p.m. this afternoon on Thursday. Then Temple Builders will meet 9 a.m. Friday morning, February 28th. Also, they'll be having a caregiver support group at 10 a.m. Robert Black will be entertaining during the lunch hour. Of course, the music minister at the First Baptist Church, so you won't want to miss that on Friday during lunch at the Senior Center, Main and Avenue B. Main and Avenue D here in Muleshoe. See pictured on your TV screen here on the Muletrain are the Bailey County Senior Center sponsors of the week, the Muleshoe Journal, along with Gabby Perez and April Cisneros, the employees there at the Journal. Writing about the sponsors of the week is Carolyn Johnson, the director. She says the three things most necessary for any community to thrive is food, finances, and information, accurate information, that is. The very first newspaper to be published for the Muleshoe community was called The Booster. It was very short-lived with the beginning of the county. The Booster was replaced by the Bailey County Bugle. It, too, was in circulation for a very short time, but both papers demonstrated the importance of newspapers and the service and information they provide to the well-meaning of a community. These first two early papers were followed by the Muleshoe Journal in 1924. It would later change its name to the Bailey County Journal before changing it back some 40 years later to the Muleshoe Journal. From its initial location east of the Bailey County Courthouse, the Journal's office moved to 304 West 2nd Street. From there, it moved to its current location at 201 West Avenue C. Since its inception, the Muleshoe Journal has been closely tied to its community, as the residents and staff have been tied to the newspaper. Names such as Jess Mitchell, Irma F. Willis Mitchell, and James Holt began a legacy the Journal carries on today. Some of the more recent names associated with the Muleshoe Journal include Rick White, Larry Hall, and Larry Thornton. The award-winning Muleshoe Journal is part of the Panhandle Weeklies, a subdivision of Hearst newspapers, under David Robbins, publisher from Midland. The Journal holds membership in the Panhandle Press Association and the Texas Press Association. It is a weekly paper that is now printed in the Lubbock Avalanche Journal office. After printing, it is brought back to the local office here in Muleshoe for delivery. Carolyn had the opportunity to spend some time last week at the Muleshoe Journal in their office and visit with the two local individuals that keep the Muleshoe Journal appearing at your doorstep and on local racks across town. Those two individuals are Gabby Perez and April Cisneros. The history of the past can be a persuasive teacher for those who work in the present. As I observed the untiring effort of these two individuals, I realized the past is gone, but a great future lies before them. Gabby Perez is manager of the local Muleshoe Journal office. She started work there in 2014. Gabby was a 2009 graduate of Muleshoe High School. She had always loved photography, especially sports photography. She enrolled at South Plains College and graduated from there with a degree in photojournalism and print journalism. She says the favorite part of her job is designing the special photo sections of the paper because it allows her to be totally creative with the pages. Gabby is the middle child of her parents, Rudy and Bonnie Perez, who now live in Amarillo. She has an older sister, Erica Perez, and a younger brother, Javi. Gabby moved to Muleshoe some 20 years ago with her family when her father became manager of the local Alco store. Gabby enjoys spending time with her family, but admits the job requires most of her time. She has run of the paper, which means she sells and designs all ads that are not classified. She is responsible for all photographs, serves as manager and editor at the office, and proofs each article submitted. She praises her co-worker, April Cisneros, and said that the two of them make a great team. April was born and raised in Taos, New Mexico. She was a graduate of Taos High School in 2004. She then attended Eastern New Mexico University in Portales and graduated from there in 2008 with a bachelor's degree in business administration. She met her husband, Elisar Cisneros, while working at My Storage in Clovis. He had two children, Elisar, who was 3 years old, and Elena, who was 2. She moved to Muleshoe with Elisar and his children. She conceived a child named Mariana and soon felt blessed to be called the mother of 3 beautiful children. April told me, I have been very fortunate while living in Muleshoe. I have encountered many pleasant and friendly people. Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth King have been such a blessing in my life and my family. They reintroduced me to the Lord, and I have met such wonderful people through them, Alan and Carolyn Smyer, Stephen Robin Friskup, just to name a few. I'm also blessed to have Danny and Ricky Kelly as neighbors. When life seems to get overwhelming, they are always there with helping hands and gifts. April has worked at the Muleshoe Journal for 2.5 years. She says she loves her job and duties, and she has a great passion for office work, data entry, classified sales, and secretarial duties. She said, I work so well with Gabby, and I have to say I couldn't agree more that God really does bring events and people into our lives for a reason. I go into the Muleshoe Journal office at least once a week. Gabby and April are always working, but no matter what they are doing, they always have time to work with me, answer my questions, or listen to my ideas. I always notice a sign that hangs in Gabby's office. Printed on it is the following: in this place we laugh a lot, we try our best, we tell the truth, we hug often, we make mistakes, we never give up, we always forgive, we always have fun, but above all we love. We all need such a sign hanging somewhere for us to read each day. Gabby and April, you're both an asset to our community. We appreciate all your help and support you give to the Senior Citizen Center, and a special thank you for being our sponsor of the week, the Muleshoe Journal. Gabby Perez and April Cisneros. Well, on your prayer list today, please remember those who have recently lost a loved one, the family of David Lewis, the family of C.C. Matthews and Pedro Pacheco Sr., the family of Jasper Woodson and Melba Clark, Socorro Gallegos, Maria Ruvalacava, the family of Joe Crandall and Faye Boland, the family of Dylan Noble, Travis Snell, the family of Guadalupe Ortega, and the family of Delbert Lingnow. Please, on your prayer list today, remember Becky Hawksbergen and Ray Precure, both battling cancer. Brianne Williams, who had knee surgery recently, and keep Harold Redwine on your prayer list today. Judy Lambert, who's now in assisted living in Lubbock. Remember Stanley Wilson and Patty Kent on your prayer list today. Matthew Alicon, Pat Nichols. Also remember Sally Ellis, who's in our Parkview Nursing Care Center. Wynn Cantwell, who's in Olton, Running Water Draw. Keep Ronnie Dinn on your prayer list today. Eddie and Gail Morris. Remember Karen Chambers of Brownfield, the mother of Chance Hulse, Muleshoe, battling cancer. Judy Hubbard. Also remember Hector Flores. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bake, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs and our old archives free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, roping steers and hauling stock. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
How have you made a living?
Just with a rope my whole life. From the time I was 12 years old until here recently, I've rodeoed full-time for a living.
Jojo Lamond of Andrews.
I've had a rope in my hand. I mean, that was my toy. When I was little, that was the only thing that I played with was a rope. My dad and my grandpa and my uncles taught me how to rope.
He roped between injuries and semi-retired in 2015.
I was a reserve world champion all-around cowboy and reserve world champion header and reserve world champion steer roper.
Now he furnishes stock to ropings.
We have about 1,000 head of stalker steers that we haul to the ropings. Well, we got 49 weekends that we're booked to take cattle somewhere, whether it be here in town, Hobbs, Dodge City, Kansas, McCook, Nebraska. Our trucks are leaving Thursdays. Most every Thursday they leave and they get home Monday. It's competitive cattle. We don't do any pro rodeos or anything like that. We just work for the contractors that are putting the ropings on, and we take the cattle to them.
He got serious about roping in 2007.
We went to the national finals in 2007. I told her, I said, I'm going to make it here next year. I'm coming. When I left out, I had $800 in our account and a beat-up old pickup and an old trailer. And by 2011, I think, maybe beginning of 12, when I quit, I'd reached over the $1 million mark for earnings.
He teaches steer roping, which is something a lot of people do. Some ropings attract up to 2,000 entries.
The market's huge. It's kind of like golf right now. I mean, everybody wants to do it. Everybody ropes, team ropes. It's just growing and growing, and they've got the finale at Vegas now that pays $150,000 to win it at the end of the year, and all these ropings that we go to qualify them to go there and compete.
He has experience as a header and a heeler.
You know, I'd like to say I'm a heeler, but I made the finals heading every year, and then the single steer open, I made the finals. I mean, there's a lot of great memories. The rodeo that stands out to me the most would be Cheyenne winning the all-around there.
Jojo Lamond of Andrews. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.